I am fully aware that not everyone watching this video is going to understand and deeply resonate with this feeling that I'm about to describe. But if you do, I want to speak exactly to you. I realized that nothing actually happens when you waste a day. When you scroll, when you give in to your bad habits, when you stay up too late, when you start to erode your own self-trust, like nothing actually happens. Like no one calls you out. No one calls you up. There's no alarm that goes off. You still like get work done. And if you're watching this video, you're probably like a high performer, high achiever type, like me, very smart, intelligent, like you get shit done. But when you waste a day, when you give in to the bad habits, like nothing happens. And I want to tell you that like I was here, and to a certain extent, I'm still here. I still do struggle with this. But when I was living in my apartment, working software engineer job, making really good money, had a nice level 9 floor apartment, went on trips, traveling, vacations. But at the same time, I was struggling the most with just scrolling for hours in the evening, betraying my own potential, basically. Like I knew I was meant for more, and yet I just spent every night scrolling for hours. All of these micro moments of eroding my self-trust. I want to start budgeting or start working on this side business, but like I'm just too tired from dinner. And I would start fantasizing about the people who were at truly rock bottom. They're like broke, living under a bridge, like just like fire underneath the butt. Like I have to do this. I'm like just grinding out every night. And I was like, I just don't have that fire, because like my bills are paid. I can still afford good food. I can still afford an apartment. But the thing that deeply matters to me, my own journey, getting out of this rat race and trusting myself enough to build a business, a fulfilling life and meaningful life, to pursue my purpose. That journey is the one that I struggled the most with, and the one where scrolling in the evening, scrolling before work, scrolling during work, ate into that journey. It didn't eat into the software engineering job. The salary kept coming in. I was getting promoted at work. And so it was this weird discrepancy and dilemma of like, I have no fire in me, no fire to be motivated, because life is good, life is comfortable. And this is the tension. This is the tension that I want to speak to. When life is good, life looks good on paper. You've got friends, you've got the job, you've got the apartment, you've got the car, but inside it just doesn't feel fulfilling, meaningful, feels empty, feels disconnected. And you're not at rock bottom. Like you don't have this fear, this insecurity, this tension that is driving you into action. And so you have nothing like quote unquote bad, like fear, insecurity that you're running away from. But you also have nothing purposeful, fulfilling, exciting enough that's pulling you towards anything meaningful. You're just stuck in this like gray zone, comfortable life. I've spoken about this before, but this is what I call the comfort trap. I was speaking with someone the other day who's in this position of like working in, consulting job, life looks good, and enjoys the work. But at the same time, he just looks back on his life and thinks like, where is time going? Like, where has the time gone? I feel like I'm not making progress on finding the career and the path that I truly like is meant for me, for my purpose. But it's like, yeah, but like my job is good and I get paid well, have a good apartment, car, like my life is good. But it's always when you look back and think, shit, like what happened? Like the journey that I want to be on, I'm not making any progress towards that. And it's this slow erosion. Like the boiling the frog that makes it so difficult. Because like The people that are like, broke under a bridge, like I have to figure this out, like I'll do anything, is like they have this such strong motivation to act. But when we're in this gray zone where life is comfortable, but we're not being pulled towards something more meaningful, it's that slow erosion that just slips by. And so you can still go to work, still, progress, produce output, get a promotion. And yet you look back on your life and you go, fuck, am I on the right path? Like all of these like little days that just flew by. I feel like I wasted a day. But then you just wake up the next day and like you go to work, you still get work done. And we think that belief will fix this. Oh, I'm just gonna believe. I'm a 10 out of 10 belief that I know I will be successful. I know I will have this side hustle, this business made. But when you have that conviction, that belief, you miss the urgency of the day. You become in this state where, yeah, well, I know 100% I will make it. But like, that means if I scroll tonight, if I don't do work tonight, if I just take a day off, I'm tired tonight, dinner was too much, well, then I'm still gonna make it anyway. But that is the problem. There's no urgency. The people that are under the bridge, fire under their butt, they have urgency. If they don't do this, they're not gonna eat. They don't have enough money to pay bills. They don't have any rent. Like the fact that you don't have any urgency is the problem. The fact that you believe you're going to make it, 10 out of 10, removes all of the urgency from today. And so what we're really doing is we are just creating this new comfort trap. I speak with a lot of people that are very, very intelligent, very smart, very like smart thinkers. And the issue that we have, I'm one of these as well, but I've been, working my way more into the body. And I do a lot of body work with clients, and a lot of clients that are very like in their head. And sometimes there's like a friction point in starting to get more into feelings and body. But what we're doing is we are just making another sophisticated rationalization of this comfort trap. We have no urgency. And what I'm realizing is that us smart types, high performers, high achievers, who are very smart, software engineers, finance, entrepreneurs, we can create these like airtight rationalizations as to our life, our belief that we're gonna make it. But I was just struggling today. It was because I ate too much, and because of this, all of this thinking, all of these rationalizations, this logic, this story that we're telling ourselves, there's always a because. There's always a because, and it removes the urgency from the moment. And that is the problem. You've created your own sophisticated comfort trap in your mind to where your whole life has made to be comfortable. There's excuses for everything. You have made it so that there is no urgency. There's no consequence. And so when is the last time that your life was actually bad enough to change? Think about this question. When was your life actually bad enough to change? Not like, I scrolled a little bit too much. Not like, I just feel a little bit unfulfilled in my job. I like my job, but like, I just feel like there's something more. I'm talking about, when did you feel like, holy shit, I'm in pain, I need to act? When you cut your arm on a branch, when you stub your toe, you do everything. Your entire being goes, okay, focus on resolving this pain. This needs to be done immediately. I need a Band-Aid. I need to wash my hands. I need to get an ice pack. Like, you drop everything to fix it. When was the last time you were in that state? And if the answer was never, then maybe that is the problem. We can use pull motivation, purpose, excitement, meaning, fulfillment, or we can use push, motivation, fear, insecurity, lack. But if you stay in the middle, you don't go anywhere. And you will continue to loop in this cycle of this gray zone, this comfort trap, continuing to wake up thinking, yeah, well, I wasted that. But honestly, it just doesn't really matter because like I still work today. And so if the last time that you were in one of these states was never, maybe that is the thing to focus on. Maybe that is the problem. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's all I got for you. See you in the next one.